Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. This is a quick video. Oh my God, I hate it when I do this. This is a quick video. People have been asking me about a reserve schedule. A lot of people have questions about your schedule because they're already trying to predetermine how many days they're going to have off and if they're going to be able to commute and stuff like that. So for those who have to know everything in advance and try to plan things ahead of time, I'm going to have to be 100% honest with you. There's no way in this industry that you can plan for anything. Everything changes daily. For instance, I was supposed to be in the air right now, already taken off, but we're on a delay. You cannot plan anything. You just never know what's going to happen. And as far as a schedule is concerned, right after you finish your IOE and you pass successfully, you're waiting a couple of days for crew support to build you a schedule. We bid on the 10th of every month through the 15th, I believe now. It used to be the 17th, I believe now is the 15th. So once you graduate, if you graduate before the 10th, the first month you're probably not going to be able to bid, but the second month you will. But if you graduate after the 10th, then you're probably going to be 2 months before you can bid, right? Because we bid a month in advance. So you won't have control over your days that you need off. And the only thing that you can do is try to swap reserve days if you need a particular day off with a classmate or another reserve in your base. And they have several reserve groups on social media that you can join for your particular base. And I would say really become familiar with your classmates and people in class if you're based at the same place, so that you guys can swap days if you need to. Because once you graduate, crew support is going to build your schedule. So you're not going to know how many days you're going to be off, how many days you're going to be working, how many days you have off in a row, what days of the week you have off. You're not going to know whether you are on AM reserve or PM reserve. You won't know. And you have to work that schedule that they give you unless you're able to swap days with someone else. You're not going to have the luxury of dropping you can't drop reserve days. You just can't do it. And then the second month is the same thing until you're able to bid for your AM or your PM reserve. And as a reserve, the only thing that you can bid for is days off or AM and PM reserve. Those are your only options. So you're going to have to get used to bidding. You're going to have to get, learn how to bid. That's not something that they go over a lot.
Hey, just letting you know, I can't get the M2 to work. It's like spazzing out.
Okay. We have to call that number. Hey, while we're on this delay, you have to call that 1-800 number for the Sky Connect, and they can bring us another one. Sorry. But you're just not going to know, so you can't plan for stuff. So like if you have a vacation already scheduled, it's a 99.9% chance you won't be able to take that vacation or be in that wedding or go to that graduation or work for Christmas, if you're in a class this month, or I don't know. So there's no definite answer for that because everyone's schedule is different, completely different. There's no set schedule. I can show you what I had for reserve, but every month it was different. It was never the same. As a reserve, you can probably get 11 to 12 days off a month. Sometimes I had 7 days off in a row, and the other days was just sporadically, sprinkled throughout the schedule. Some weeks I had 1 day off, and I was on reserve 6 days in a row with 1 day off, and then another 6 days in a row. You just have no idea, and you can't really plan for that. That's just the honest to God truth. I don't want to set you up and be like, oh, you're gonna have this many days off in a row, you're gonna be able to go home on your days off, and because it's not always going to be true. There are going to be times where you have 3-4 days off in a row, then you can go home and visit your family and friends, take care of business or whatever. But then there's going to be days you're not going to be able to go home until you're able to bid. I mean, I'm just now kind of getting used to the bidding thing, to where I'm getting the days off that I want. But like for this month, yes, I got a schedule, I got a line, but I didn't get hardly any of the days I needed off. I tried to bid to have my daughter's game days off. The last 2 months I had all her games. This month I was able to make one. So it is kind of hard. For November, I'm trying to bid between her games and my son's basketball games. So it's like, and then I have to allow enough time to be able to travel to whatever city he's playing in, as well, and try to make her game. So it's going to be hard, for me. And then like I'm at the bottom of the totem pole for line holders or composite line holders in my base. So they're going to get all their days they want. The only thing that can secure me if I want those days is to just bid a reserve. If I bid a reserve for next month, it's a good chance that I'll get whatever days I want off. So that's the hard part right there. So you guys need to just kind of relax a little bit. I know you're excited and you want to, think ahead and plan ahead, but honestly, there's just no way that you can plan for this career. You just don't plan it. I remember maybe a couple of weeks ago, I had a trip. It was supposed to be 4 days. It ended up being 5 days. And then we had bad weather in Houston that week, where there was a lot of flooding and the city was shut down and the airport was shut down. I got back just in time. But my 4-day went into a 5-day. When I tell you, when I got home, I slept. When I tell you I slept for 3 days in a row, I slept for 3 days. I mean, I got up to go use the restroom. I didn't comb my hair. I barely ate. I didn't even unpack my suitcase until the 3rd day that night. I didn't even take a shower. I'm not going to even lie. I was that tired from that trip. I slept because it was exhausting. And I got up finally that 3rd day that evening. Took my dirty butt, went and got in the shower. I washed my hair. When I tell you this fro was matted all upside my head. I picked my daughter up from school. She had a a football game that day. I went to the game, but I was wore out. And then last week, my feet were hurting so bad because I'm still breaking in those shoes. I ain't wearing them no more. Anybody needs size 9 naturalizers, they are yours, but they don't work well for my feet. I went and got a pedicure at my overnight last couple of days ago because my feet were hurting so bad. Get you a really, really good pair of shoes, a really good pair of comfortable shoes. Your cute shoes for the airport, and but then you can have you some flats and stuff to serve in. But yeah, so that's about it, guys. We should be boarding soon. Have a long day ahead, and now that we're delayed, it's going to be quick turns throughout the rest of the day. And I hope this information was helpful. Take care.